Welcome to Echoes of Africa, where hidden stories, bold voices, and untold truths rise from the heart of the continent. Before you dive in, hit subscribe and turn on the bell, because every echo here reveals the Africa they don't want you to see. Burkina Faso is expanding its state control over its mining sector, transferring more industrial mines into government hands in a decisive display of resource nationalism. On June 11, 2025, a decree was issued that moved 5 gold mining assets into the ownership of the state-owned Société de Participation Minière du Burkina Faso. African law and business. The assets transferred include the Wagnian Gold and Samafo Bunga mines, plus exploration licenses held by Lilium Mining Services Burkina Faso, Resources Fercasarel, and Griffin Minerals Burkina Faso. African law and business. The move is part of a broader national strategy to reclaim sovereign control of mineral resources and optimize value for the Burkinabe people. This nationalization is underpinned by a new mining code, adopted in July 2024, which significantly strengthens the state's role in the mining sector. The Library of Congress. Key reforms include increasing Burkina Faso's free carried equity interest in mining projects from 10% to 15%. The code also opens up mining company share capital to local investors, mandates local content, and boosts state oversight. The Library of Congress. The government acquired shares in the 5 transferred assets through a deal signed on August 24, 2024, purchasing from Endeavour Mining and Lilium Mining. According to authorities, this transfer aligns with a sovereign policy. Mining resources are to be exploited in the optimal interest of the population. SOPAMIB, established under the 2024 Mining Code, is now the vehicle for state participation, management, and development of strategic mineral assets. African law and business. By directly owning these mines, Burkina Faso aims to capture more value from its gold production rather than relying solely on royalties or taxes. The Nationalization initiative also reflects an economic and geopolitical recalibration. The government argues that greater control over its mineral resources will increase state revenue, develop local capacity, and reduce dependence on foreign operators. Meanwhile, the broader context includes rising concern about investor risk and regulatory predictability. These changes have unsettled some foreign players. But according to UNCTAD, the transfer of assets to SOPAMIB was carried out following Law No. 016-2024/ALT, which formalizes the state's legal right to acquire mining interests. UNCTAD Investment Policy Hub. At the same time, the Mining Code's reforms include a requirement for mining companies to contribute to a national gold reserve and to finance local development and security through a mining development fund. The Library of Congress. Under this new structure, the state's shareholding and oversight increase substantially. Mining companies are now required to offer greater local participation, and key decisions about exploitation and investment will more heavily involve the state. The policy is already having financial effects. The increase from 10% to 15% equity came into effect in 2025 for some companies. Analysts estimate that this change has led to meaningful shifts in how mining revenues are allocated. The implication is clear. Burkina Faso is reasserting control over its gold production and redirecting the economic benefits toward national development. The state now has a more direct stake in mining operations, from exploration to production, and stands to gain significantly if managed well. At the same time, this is not without risk. The success of SOPAMIB will depend on its capacity to operate large-scale mines efficiently, manage finances, and reinvest in growth. There is also the challenge of ensuring transparency, mitigating corruption, and balancing local development with environmental and social responsibilities. This move by Burkina Faso is part of a broader trend in the region. Other Sahel states are similarly boosting state control over resources, rewriting the rules of engagement for foreign mining firms. For Burkina Faso, the nationalization drive is more than just economic. It is a statement of sovereignty, ambition, and a long-term vision to turn resource wealth into national development. You've been watching Echoes of Africa, where every story carries the sound of tomorrow. If this moved you, subscribe now, like, and share so Africa's voice never fades into silence.